But Mheshimiwa Mbui, what's your take about, because it gets frustrating because you tell me how Parliament has been captured. But I'm wondering, all this walking back on the austerity measures that were promised has happened with the blessings of Parliament.
First allow me to, say that I'm very happy when I listen to Diana, because one of the things I've picked is that my question was also half-baked, because I was actually just dealing with a part of compensation, and that I may need to adjust and add the question of justice, because she says a small component, which is true. I've actually just realized that I've also been feeling very bad that my leg was broken, I was shot, I was innocent, in my opinion. But I have never thought about, what about that policeman who did that action? I've always been thinking, maybe they should have given me something just for the pain and for the suffering. But I do agree that justice is important, so that we discourage any further attempts at, destroying people's lives. Because if we just compensate, then it means that we can be shooting people and paying them, and it's okay. So I think I'll add that element to my question.
And also,
but then I want to confirm,
the police officer whose hand was chopped off.
You have to learn to be patient.
And I'm just improving. I'm improving your paper.
No, you'll improve it.
Also include the police officer, so that fairness and justice is there for everybody.
No,
there was a police officer whose hand was chopped in Narok, so it should be part of that component. So that
yes, I am asking about police brutality. So when you want, you can also ask a question.
I'm improving.
No, not on mine. Just go and give yours. Now, the other issue I wanted to just point out is that on the matter that Diana has raised of bursary, yes, we do agree actually as a house that the issue of bursary is not exactly a very good, concept. And we have a committee. We have actually formed a committee now led by the minority leader, Junaid Mohammed, to look into ways of bringing all these monies together so that we can have provide free education, as opposed to that issue of bursaries coming from every quarter or every corner. So that is actually something that is work in progress. That's one positive of Parliament. But then I'll go back and say that on the matter of the reform since June 2020.
Get the opinion of the finance minister?
They will consult everybody. They must, because that's a law. They will consult everybody. Okay. But it will take a while, because it's also, when you look at even the monies that are allocated through the Ministry of Education, and through even bursary, through CDF, and through the counties, it also doesn't cover. So there needs to be further discussion, so that we can look at the actual cost of education and see how much the government needs to put in. But then going back to the issue of the reforms after June 2024, I had tried to put a case for the Gen Zs that they were right to go to the streets, because they were feeling oppressed, and they're highly unemployed, and the moves being made by this regime were making it even worse. But now, the demands they made, one of them was that they don't want to see opulence. They don't want to see, people showing that they have more money than them. I mean, they felt like they were being laughed at. Now, I'll give you a very good example. When the president says, okay, fine, no more opulence, we'll not do any further harambes. Right now, the deputy president is leading a team of leaders across the country, visiting every constituency to do harambes. They're calling it women empowerment. And it's a strange harambe, because, harambes people don't give the same amount in harambes. Yeah. But in these particular ones, every function they go, the president's donation is 3 million. The deputy president's donation is 2 million. Yeah. Then every member of parliament in that meeting will give 100,000. Now, I'm wondering, I hear some have very big businesses, others like us don't have any. So what's going on? Yeah. How is it everyone can pay the same exact amount? And then every MCA is giving 20,000. This is a choreographed thing. It's a political game. But now let me talk about the deputy president, the appointed deputy president. He's been in office for, now we are talking about 7 months. And he's giving 2 million per constituency. If you work it out, let's not talk about any other logistics movement that is state-sponsored, government will pay for his vehicle, fuel, and everything. But you give 2 million as a donation from his pocket. Yeah. Now, in the whole country, that's 580 million. Now, let's go back to when I was vetting him a short while ago, and he had to tell the Kenyans his total worth. So it means that by the time he does, he's finished everything he has worked for all his life. I mean, that's really not true. And we are saying that he's finished everything.
But
he's worked for.
You'd have to sell the hard assets.
We are assuming that for him to do this, he has sold everything. By the time he finishes going around the country, he will be worth nothing. So in the next, the next vetting, are you saying?
Sure?
So you are agreeing that it's a selective arrangement?
It's an invite.
It's a selective.
You need to go back.
I've not invited them. They're coming to Kadhiani on Monday 30th. I've not invited them.
What about what about women member of parliament?
She's not invited.
You're not the only person elected. You're not the only person elected.
She's not. The senator hasn't invited them and won't be there.
Sure?
The women rep hasn't invited them and won't be there. I have not invited them and I won't be there. Yeah. But they'll be in Kadhiani in Mitabodi Market on 30th of this month, that is Monday. It was announced yesterday in a meeting in the Deputy President's house. Anyway, let's...
How do you know?
It was announced, it was on news.
Yeah.
And of course, the signal has come to... See, you know, the DCC has to be involved, the ACCs, the chiefs. I was in the constituency. I've come from the constituency. They are coming. And I've welcomed them and told them it's okay. You come and give us the money that you're giving us, 10 million we are accepting. But when you go and do empowerment in Kapsaret, we are seeing, almost 100 million being spent. So we're wondering what's happening with the difference, that difference.
That was not, because that was not Sudi came out and spoke. He said it is his own arrangement with his friends. It is not about the government. So please, sometimes.
Okay, so anyway, let's continue.
Let's continue.
Yes.
We have
It's also about